Hi everyone and welcome to episode 17 of the Ask the Coach show. I'm Jeff Plum and with me as always is Alois Rosario. Welcome Alois.
Morning, Jeff. How are you going?
I'm going well, thank you. And we had a lot of discussion yesterday about our Zhangji Kerr question and whether he should have been fined his prize money. Got a lot of input. What are your thoughts, Alois?
Yeah, I had a good look at the celebrations, and yeah, he does go a bit overboard, but I think the fine was pretty heavy, wasn't it? You know, $45,000 is a big whack for kicking some barriers, but it's not behaviour that we want to see from table tennis players either.
Yes. It was interesting, wasn't it? Because was the behaviour him just being angry and trying to destroy something, or was he just trying to sort of kick the barrier and thought that barrier would kind of just fly away, or was he actually trying to damage something?
Yeah, no, I think it certainly wasn't an angry response. It was just an exuberation and a way of letting out some energy, I suppose. But the only thing is that if he had done it once, okay, but the fact that he went and did it the second time, I think, is probably what got him.
Okay. So in the footage I saw, yeah, he's kind of accelerating and went and did a big kick, and it looked like he was just trying to kick the barrier out of the way and maybe didn't realise there was the advertising board there or something. I'm not sure. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
The barriers are pretty flimsy. They're just some cork board, and yeah, maybe he did just think that that it was just going to move out of the way and he was going to be able to walk through it. I think so. That's probably what the first reaction was.
Yeah, so we got a bit of mixed debate. Some people saying, oh, it's ridiculous, he shouldn't have been fined. Some people were saying, oh, well, he can't have that behaviour, he should have been fined. And then there was a sort of a third response, which was, oh, the fine was excessive, maybe he should have just been fined €5,000. And I think,
Yes.
to me, I don't know, for a player like Zhangji Kerr, does a fine of 48,000 or 5,000 make any difference, or is that, to him, is that money not really relevant?
Yeah, it probably isn't all that relevant, the amount. It's probably more in the eyes of the public of what the amount does mean, though. So
Yeah.
yeah, but
Maybe that
what
was
I
a
what I do know,
where the ITTF just needs really clear guidelines around this sort of behaviour about damaging equipment and behaviour, and have rules and then just enforce them.
yeah. The only other thing I'd say is that I know in Australia it made the local news and another show, evening show, and that's not the publicity that we usually get. So maybe as they say, any publicity is good publicity.
Yes, I mean, they didn't actually show any points of table tennis from what I saw, but they just showed him kicking the barriers. But it did get table tennis in the news here in Australia, so well done, Zhangji Kerr. In my eyes, he's still a great player, and that was, a great victory. I'm not, yeah, it's a difficult one. I think you don't want that image, so maybe they did need to take the fine and just, we'll move on, and table tennis will keep on going on, and Zhangji Kerr, I'm sure, will keep on winning.
Yes,
Alrighty,
he certainly
let's
wins
get
the big
started with
ones.
questions, Alois. Okay, first up, we have a question from Skips. And Skip says, is it good for someone to practice penhold and shake hand styles?
Yeah, Skips, I think it's better to just stick with one grip. Perhaps initially when you are learning or just starting the game, you can certainly experiment with both styles, with the shake hand and the penhold grips. But once you've made that decision, it's best to just stay with one style. There's no real advantage in practicing with two styles. So choose the one that you think you're going to feel more comfortable with and progress fastest with, and stay with that. And as to which one that is, there's world-class players using both styles. So it's just for you to work out for yourself which grip is better for you.
Okay, great, Skip. So pick one and then stick with it so you don't double up your training efforts, and let us know what you choose, and good luck with your practice. Okay, now Tyler Reeves, thank you for asking a question on our Google Hangout page. Tyler has asked, what is the best way to hit a slow spinny topspin forehand with the penhold grip?
Yeah, so with the forehand, the penhold and shakehand grips are really similar. There's very little difference between the two. So the angle of your racket for the penhold grip with a slow spinny topspin, you need to brush the ball upwards a little bit more so that you're not getting that forward momentum. You're getting, I'll just grab a ball. You're not getting that forward momentum. You're getting the more vertical momentum to brush the ball to get the ball to go up and slower and spinnier. If you hit through the ball, you're going to get a faster ball. If you brush, you're going to get the slower topspin. So starting nice and low, finishing nice and high with your racket, same as we do in the with the shakehand. Really no differences at all with the shakehand and the pinhole grip with the forehand slow spinny topspin. So we do have a video on the slow spinny topspin in our strokes and technique section. So so that's something you can check out.
Great. Okay, so Tyler, yeah, get the bat moving up fast and brushing the ball to really generate that spin, and take a look at our slow spinny topspin video. Good luck with that forehand. Okay, now we have a question from Fleming. Fleming says, whenever I return a heavy backspin serve, it just goes straight into the net. How do I overcome this problem?
Yeah, so the heavy backspin serve is probably the one that gives players the most trouble once they get to a certain level. So with the backspin serve, if you hit the ball flat that way, the ball is going to dive off your bat straight downwards. So you really need to turn that bat backwards a lot to get the ball going in the direction you want to. Sometimes, though, even that's not enough, because the ball really just dives straight down even from that. So sometimes with that, if the ball is really heavy, you need to have that bat at that angle, but also just lift a little bit. So just go upwards a fraction with your stroke to just lift that ball up a little bit higher and get it over the net. All those subtle changes just require a lot of practice to just find the correct angle, the one that's going to work for that particular serve. And remember, the serve can change with the spin slightly all the time. Sometimes there's a little bit more backspin, sometimes a little bit less backspin. So that's, you know, what we talk a lot about on the site is just building up that bulk of information in your head of the different angles that you need for each different serve with subtle changes. But the basic principle, get your bat right back, and if that's still not working, just come forward and lift up a fraction with your stroke to lift the ball up over the net.
Okay, Tyler, that is, oh, not sorry, Tyler, Tyler was the previous question. Fleming, thanks very much for that question. Take Alois's advice and then see if you can get someone to serve to you, say 100 or even 200 backspin serves in a row, and you just start practicing using that technique that Alois told you. And the more you can get someone to practice that serve, the better you're going to get at it. So find someone, practice the serve, and I'm sure you will improve. Okay, now Friendy has asked us a question. He says, hi PingSkills, is it better to pivot when receiving serve, or is it better just to use your backhand? Can you please also tell me the reason why?
Yeah, so Friendy, it's a matter of your abilities. So if your backhand topspin is solid and you're confident with it...
sorry, Alois. A few people might just not know what a pivot is as well, so we may just explain that too.
Yeah, sure. So a pivot is when you move around your backhand corner and make a forehand topspin. So you're jumping around your backhand corner to play a forehand rather than playing a backhand. So that's what we call the pivot. Yeah, good point, Jeff. So yeah, so that does depend on the strength of your backhand mainly. So if your backhand is fairly strong and you're confident with it, and you can cope with different types of spin and serves on the backhand side, then there's no reason to pivot. So you can just stand there, make your backhand topspin, and then you're in a better position for the next ball, no matter where it comes. But if you aren't confident with your backhand, if your backhand isn't as strong as your forehand, then it's probably time to execute the pivot. So get it right around, move around the corner, make your forehand topspin from there. The thing with that though then is that it does leave you exposed. So once you've made that pivot, then the whole rest of the court is open, and you need to be able to move into position for that next ball as well. I mean, Zhu Xin pivots a lot because his forehand is so strong compared to his backhand, but the real critical factor with him is his footwork is just amazing. So he can just get around, play his backhand forehand topspin from there, and then be over on the wide forehand ball and cover that as well. So friendly just depends on basically the strength of your backhand and relative to your forehand topspin as well.
Great explanation, Alois. And yes, Zhu Xin is amazing. If you haven't seen him, check out some videos of Zhu Xin playing. His footwork is incredible. Okay, that brings us on to the PingSkills question of the day. And today we're asking, is Chinese dominance hurting table tennis? So get in there, leave a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. And that wraps up episode 17 of the Ask the Coach show. Make sure to check out www.pingskills.com, and we will see you next time for episode 18. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Alois.
Thanks, Jeff. See you PingSkillers later. Have a good day.